Alright guys, you know how it is, gotta scratch that travel itch. And this time we're heading somewhere truly unique, a place that's both breathtakingly beautiful and a little bit wild. We're talking about Venezuela, specifically some of its most stunning and maybe even a little dangerous beaches. We're talking turquoise waters, pristine sands, the kind of landscapes you usually only see in ridiculously expensive travel magazines. But here's the thing, Venezuela's beauty often comes with a side of caution. We're talking strong currents, unpredictable tides, the kind of stuff that makes you respect the power of nature. But hey, that's what makes this adventure so exciting, right? We're not just here for the postcard views. We're here to experience the raw, untamed side of Venezuela's coastline. We'll be talking to locals, experts, anyone who can give us the real deal about these beaches. So buckle up, because over the next few videos, we're diving deep into the heart of Venezuela's beach scene. Expect epic drone shots, incredible stories, and of course, all the safety tips you need to make the most of your own adventure. Let's do this! First up, we're hitting Playa El Yaque, a spot known worldwide as a windsurfer's paradise. Seriously, this place is legendary for its consistent winds and calm waters, making it perfect for both beginners and seasoned pros. And the vibe here is electric. Picture this, colorful sails zipping across the water, the sound of the wind whipping through your hair, and the sun beating down on your face. It's pure adrenaline and good vibes all rolled into one. But even in paradise, safety comes first. Before you even think about hitting the water, it's crucial to check the wind conditions, wear a life jacket, and let someone know your plans. Trust me, a little precaution goes a long way. We talked to some local windsurfing instructors, and they emphasize the importance of respecting the ocean. They see all sorts of people out here, and the ones who get into trouble are usually the ones who underestimate the power of the sea. But El Yaque isn't just about windsurfing. As the sun begins to set, the beach transforms into a lively hub for both locals and tourists. We're talking delicious street food, live music, and a chance to soak in that laid-back Venezuelan spirit. We spent an evening chatting with locals, sharing stories and laughter over plates piled high with arepas and empanadas. Learning about their lives, their culture, and their connection to this incredible place was truly special. Of course, like any popular tourist destination, it's important to stay aware of your surroundings. Petty theft can be an issue, so keep your valuables close and be mindful of your belongings. Overall, Playa El Yaque is a must-visit for anyone traveling to Venezuela. Just remember to respect the ocean, embrace the local culture, and stay aware of your surroundings, and you're guaranteed an unforgettable experience. Next stop, we're heading to Playa Parguito, a surfer's paradise known for its consistent waves and laid-back atmosphere. This beach is a magnet for wave riders of all levels, from seasoned pros carving up monster swells to beginners catching their first whitewash. As we arrived, the energy was palpable. Surfers were paddling out, boards tucked under their arms, while others were already riding the waves with a grace that only comes from years of dedication. The sound of crashing waves and the salty air filled our senses, and we couldn't wait to dive in.
But hold your horses, because Playa Parguito demands respect. The currents here can be strong and the waves can pack a punch. Before you even think about paddling out, make sure you know your limits, have the right equipment, and are aware of the potential hazards. We spoke to a local lifeguard who stressed the importance of never surfing alone. He's seen too many close calls, and he emphasized the need for surfers to look out for each other. Remember, safety in numbers, guys.
Beyond the surf, Playa Parguito offers a glimpse into the heart of Venezuelan culture. The beach is dotted with small, family-run restaurants serving up the freshest seafood you'll ever taste. We're talking grilled fish, shrimp ceviche, and lobster so good it'll make you want to weep.
We pulled up a plastic chair at a beachfront eatery and chatted with the owner, a kind woman with a warm smile. She told us about her life in Parguito, the challenges and the joys. As the sun began to set, we felt a sense of peace and connection. This wasn't just a tourist destination, it was a community.
But remember, even in paradise, be mindful. Keep an eye on your belongings, be respectful of the locals and their customs. Don't be afraid to strike up a conversation. You never know what incredible stories you might hear. Alright guys, Playa Medina, this place is like something out of a postcard. Seriously, turquoise water, white sand, palm trees swaying in the wind. It's almost too perfect, you know? But that's the thing about Venezuela, it's full of these hidden gems. You just gotta know where to look.
We hopped off the bus and immediately felt that different kind of energy. It's chill, laid back, but there's this undercurrent of excitement too. People are stoked to be here, and I don't blame them. The vibe is contagious. We met some locals selling fresh coconuts, and let me tell you, that was the best coconut water I've ever had. Seriously, it was like drinking straight from the fountain of youth. They told us about the history of the beach, how it used to be this secret spot only a few people knew about. Now it's definitely more on the map, but it still retains that untouched, raw beauty. You can tell this place is special, not just for the scenery, but for the people who call it home. They have this deep connection to the ocean, to the land, and you feel it, man, you really do.
But look, it wouldn't be a Prince of Noma adventure without a little dose of reality, right? And the reality is, Playa Medina, as beautiful as it is, can be unpredictable. The currents here, they're no joke. We're talking strong riptides, waves that can knock you off your feet. So if you're planning on taking a dip, be smart about it. Know your limits, swim with a buddy, and always respect the power of the ocean. It's not a game.
We spoke to a lifeguard, and he stressed the importance of being aware of your surroundings. He said a lot of accidents happen when people get caught off guard. They underestimate the strength of the water or they get too close to the rocks. So, take it from the experts, be prepared, be cautious, and if you're ever unsure, don't hesitate to ask for help. There's no shame in staying safe, all right?
Playa El Agua, guys. This place is the beating heart of Margarita Island. It's got everything you could want in a beach white sand that stretches for miles, crystal clear water, and a vibe that's absolutely electric. We're talking beach bars blasting music, vendors selling everything from fresh fruit to handmade jewelry, and people from all walks of life just soaking up the sun. It's a melting pot of cultures and energy, and it's impossible not to get swept up in the excitement.
We grabbed some empanadas from a street vendor, seriously the best I've ever had, and just posted up on the sand. The people watching here is phenomenal. You've got families building sandcastles, couples sharing romantic walks along the shore, and groups of friends just letting loose and having a good time. It's like the entire island descends upon Playa El Agua, and everyone's invited to the party. It's a beautiful thing to see, this shared love for the ocean, for life, and for just being present in the moment.
Now, even in paradise, you gotta keep your wits about you. Playa El Agua can get crowded, especially during peak season. And with crowds, unfortunately, comes a different kind of danger. We're talking petty theft, scams, that kind of thing. So be smart about your belongings, don't leave your valuables unattended, and be wary of anyone who approaches you looking a little too friendly. Trust your gut, you know? If something feels off, it probably is.
We talked to a local shop owner and she gave us some great advice. She said the key is to blend in. Don't walk around flashing your cash or expensive jewelry. Keep a low profile and you'll be good to go. And remember, don't let a little bit of caution ruin your time. Playa El Agua is an incredible place, full of life and energy. Just be aware of your surroundings, use common sense, and you'll have an amazing time.
Playa Cuyagua, guys. This place is different. It's not your typical tourist trap. It's raw, it's rugged, and it's absolutely breathtaking. We're talking about a secluded stretch of beach nestled between towering cliffs and lush vegetation. To get here, we had to hike through a dense forest, following a winding path that led us further and further away from civilization. It felt like we were entering another world, a place untouched by time and the chaos of everyday life.
And then we emerged from the trees and there it was. Playa Cuyagua in all its glory. The waves here are powerful, crashing against the shore with an intensity that takes your breath away. It's not a place for swimming, but it's a surfer's paradise. We watched in awe as local surfers carved through the waves, their bodies moving effortlessly with the rhythm of the ocean.
It was a reminder of the raw power and beauty of nature and the incredible skill it takes to harness it.
But listen, Playa Cuyagua is not for the faint of heart. This place demands respect. The currents are strong, the waves are unpredictable, and the isolation of the beach means help can be hard to come by if something goes wrong. We're talking about a place where you need to be self-sufficient, prepared for anything. Bring plenty of water, snacks, sunscreen, all that essential stuff. And don't even think about swimming here alone. It's just not worth the risk.
We talked to a local surfer and he told us that Playa Cuyagua is a place of extremes. The beauty here is undeniable, but it comes at a price. You have to be willing to respect the power of nature, to tread lightly, and to be prepared for the unexpected. But if you're up for the challenge, if you're willing to venture off the beaten path and experience the raw beauty of Venezuela, then Playa Cuyagua is a place you'll never forget.
All right, guys, we're on the hunt for Venezuela's most dangerous beach, and Playa Puerto Cruz has definitely thrown its hat in the ring. This place is wild, beautiful, but wild. Imagine turquoise water crashing against golden sand, palm trees swaying in the breeze. It's like something out of a postcard. But don't let that fool you. We're not here for a tan and a margarita. This beach has a reputation, strong currents, unexpected waves, the works. We talked to locals, lifeguards, even a few surfers who've had some gnarly experiences here. This isn't about scaring anyone, but knowledge is power, right?
We're about to send the drone up to give you a bird's eye view of what I'm talking about. You'll see how quickly the water changes from calm to chaotic. It's crucial to be aware of your surroundings here. Remember, we're adventurers, not daredevils.
One thing I've learned traveling is that every place has its stories. Here in Puerto Cruz, the stories revolve around the ocean. We met this old fisherman, weathered hands, eyes that have seen it all. He told us about the legends of this beach, about the unpredictable tides and the spirits that guard the sea.
Now, I'm not usually one for superstition, but there's something about the way he spoke, the conviction in his voice. It makes you think twice, you know? He told us about certain times of the year when the currents are particularly strong, when even the most experienced swimmers should think twice before entering the water.
The stories might be just that, stories. But they're a reminder of the power of nature, the respect it demands. We're guests here, and we need to act like it. Respect the locals, respect the ocean, and maybe, just maybe, it'll respect you back.
Playa Caribe, guys. This place is a surfer's dream, or so they say. Imagine this. Massive waves crashing onto the shore, the roar of the ocean echoing in your ears. It's a symphony of chaos, and surfers live for it.
But even paradise has its price. This beach is notorious for its strong currents and powerful waves. We're talking walls of water that can knock you off your feet, drag you under, and hold you there. It's beautiful, sure, but it's a raw, untamed kind of beauty that demands respect.
We're not here to discourage anyone, but to show you the reality. This isn't some sanitized, tourist-trapped beach. This is the real deal, and it's not for the faint of heart. But hey, that's why we're here, right? To explore the edges, to see what lies beyond the comfort zone. We met up with some local surfers, guys who practically live and breathe this beach. And you know what they told us? The biggest danger here isn't the sharks or the jellyfish, it's the rip currents. These things are like invisible rivers pulling you out to sea. You get caught in one of these and you're in for the fight of your life.
They told us about how to spot a rip current, how to escape one if you get caught. It's basic stuff, but it could save your life. We'll put all the information in the description below. Make sure to check it out. It's one thing to see this stuff on camera, but it's another thing entirely to experience it firsthand.
Look, I'm all for pushing boundaries, for testing your limits. But there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. Know your limits, guys. Respect the power of the ocean. It's not worth risking your life for a thrill.
Playa Manzanillo, hidden away like a secret on the Venezuelan coast. This place is different, guys. It's quieter, more secluded than the other beaches we visited. Lush greenery spills onto the white sand, crystal clear water stretches out as far as the eye can see. It's paradise found, right?
Well, here's the thing about paradise. Sometimes it bites back. Playa Manzanillo might look inviting, but beneath the surface lurks a hidden danger stingrays. We're not talking about your friendly aquarium variety stingrays here. These guys are bigger, more aggressive, and their stings, let's just say you don't want to find out firsthand.
We talked to locals. They told us stories about unsuspecting swimmers getting stung, the agonizing pain, the long, slow recovery. It's a risk you take when you enter their domain.
So how do you avoid getting stung by a stingray? It's all about the shuffle. Literally. Instead of taking big steps, you shuffle your feet along the ocean floor. It creates vibrations that scare the stingrays away. Trust me, it feels ridiculous, but it beats getting a spike in your foot.
We met this marine biologist on the beach. She gave us the lowdown on stingrays, their behavior, their habitat, how to avoid them. Turns out they're not out to get us. They're just trying to survive, just like the rest of us.
It's all about coexisting, respecting each other's space. So next time you're wading through the crystal clear waters of a tropical paradise, remember to shuffle those feet. It might just save you from a world of hurt.
All right, guys, we've made it to Playa Colorada, number 9 on our list. This place is known for its unique red sand, which I gotta say is pretty freaking awesome to see in person. It's like stepping onto another planet. We're talking vibrant, almost Martian red, contrasting with the turquoise water. It's a sight that'll make you want to grab your camera and start snapping, trust me. But remember, we're not just here for the gram. We're here to experience it all.
The sand gets its color from the iron oxide in the cliffs nearby, and let me tell you, it's pretty incredible to see the forces of nature creating something so visually stunning. We met a local geologist who explained that the iron oxidizes when exposed to air and water, creating this rusty red hue. It's a reminder that even in the most unexpected places, you can find beauty in the raw power of nature. But with that beauty comes a sense of respect, you know? This beach is a delicate ecosystem and we gotta tread lightly. Now, Playa Colorada is stunning, but like most beaches in Venezuela, it has its own set of challenges.
The currents here can be strong, like really strong. We're talking rip current central, so swimming is definitely not for the faint of heart.
We spoke to some local fishermen who told us stories about the ocean's unpredictable nature. They've seen it all, and their advice is worth its weight in gold. Respect the water, always.
We saw some surfers braving the waves, but they were experienced and knew what they were doing. If you're not a confident swimmer, it's best to admire the water from a distance and soak up the sun instead.
Don't let that deter you from experiencing this incredible place, though. Just be smart, be aware, and respect the power of the ocean. And hey, maybe stick to building sandcastles on this one, yeah?
Next up, we're hitting Playa Las Caracas, and guys, this place is like something out of a postcard. Seriously, it's the kind of beach you dream about when you're stuck in the daily grind. Picture this, palm trees swaying in the breeze, crystal clear water, and soft white sand. It's the epitome of a tropical paradise, and it's easy to see why this place is a popular spot for both locals and tourists. We saw families enjoying picnics, couples strolling hand in hand, and groups of friends just soaking up the sun.
But even in paradise, there are things to be mindful of. We learned from a local lifeguard that the tides here can change quickly, so it's important to be aware of your surroundings. He stressed the importance of swimming in designated areas and keeping an eye on children at all times. It's a good reminder that even in the most idyllic settings, safety should always be a top priority. But hey, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy yourself. We spent the afternoon swimming, sunbathing, and just taking in the beauty of this incredible place. Playa Las Caracas is more than just a pretty face, though. We discovered that this beach is actually a nesting ground for sea turtles. Can you believe it?
We talked to a conservationist who told us about the efforts being made to protect these endangered creatures. She explained that during nesting season, volunteers patrol the beach at night to keep the turtles and their eggs safe from poachers and predators. It's amazing to see a community come together to protect its natural treasures.
It's a reminder that even in the most popular tourist destinations, there are still efforts being made to preserve the environment, and that's something worth supporting. We learned that even small actions, like disposing of our trash properly and staying on designated paths, can make a big difference. So yeah, Playa Las Caracas is beautiful, but it's also a place that requires our respect and awareness. After all, we're just visitors in this incredible ecosystem. And that's a wrap on our Venezuelan beach adventure. We've seen some truly breathtaking beaches, from the black sands of Playa Puyoy to the red shores of Playa Colorada. Each beach had its own unique charm and challenges, but they all shared one thing in common: raw, untamed beauty. We met some incredible people along the way, experienced local culture, and learned a lot about the power and unpredictability of nature. Most importantly, we learned the importance of respecting the environment and taking safety precautions seriously. Remember, adventure is awesome, but safety always comes first. Thanks for coming along on this journey with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.